luxury fashion brands in China embrace middle-aged actresses. During an award ceremony in 2020, He Jin called out ageism in China's entertainment industry and demanded more work opportunities for middle-aged actresses. It seems that more than just television and film producers were listening to the 44-year-old celebrity. 2 years later, he has been regularly collaborating with top global high-end fashion labels such as the French brand Chanel and Italy's Mass Mara, known for her roles in blockbuster drama Return to Dusk and the TV series The Valley Narrowness. The actress was most recently seen Channel Hot Culture during the first International Film Festival in August. He is among a growing number of acclaimed middle-aged Chinese actresses now partnering with major international fashion brands as she shifted away from younger celebrities and embraced a more diverse group of influencers. Industry watchers attribute the change to the combined effects of China's steadily aging society and evolving perception of beauty, and the escalating scandals involving little fresh meat idols. During the last decade, Chinese consumers have exponentially fueled the growth of global luxury brands, which have often been using younger and handsome celebrities. Hence, the moniker "Little Fresh Meat" with hundreds of millions of faces to market their merchandise. But that relationship has quickly sown as high-profile names, including pop star Chris Wu and the actor Li Fen. They were the faces of Louis Vuitton and Prada, have been embroiled in scandals following the allegation of rape and soliciting of prostitutes, respectively. Experts say such scandals, which usually lead to economic losses, legal issues, and bad publicity for brands, have made them reconsider their approach. Many labels are now partnering with middle-aged actresses, which was a mainstream practice before they started to work with little fresh meat idols. Financial outlet Jiemian reported, and unlike before, big brands are not just vying for celebrities with global recognition like Gong Li and Maggie Cheung. They are now collaborating with actresses exerting local influence. A slowing economy carried with closed tourism are among the main reasons for the change. Annie Durocher, founder of PomPom, a Shanghai-based digital creative agency focused on navigating brands into Chinese marketplace, told Sister luxury fashion brands are expanding the age range of their potential consumers and adopting a more localized marketing strategy amid a near total stop on outbound travel due to the pandemic. And there are several fashion labels that now have the nice invisible middle-aged actresses representing them. Last month, Gucci collaborated with 14 three-year-old actress in tow to promote its Dear Sis shoulder bag just before her latest release, Homecoming. The Italian fashion powerhouse also collaborated with 15 three-year-old Jiang Wenli to promote its 1955 shoulder bag in January, while Swiss luxury watchmaker Breitling named 14 three-year-old actress Yao Chen its global ambassador, also the first Chinese actress in the role this year. Another reason why fashion brands may be gravitating to middle-aged women for endorsements is the demographic shift in their consumers. Analysts say while China's luxury market is still dominated by a relatively young group, their existing clientele are gradually entering their 13th and 14th. Half of China's luxury consumers were over the age of 14 in 2021, according to the Chinese research agency Qianzhen. In addition, China's retirees, some of the youngest in the world, are also a vulnerable consumer group for luxury brands thanks to their disposable income and abundance of spare time. Ari Chen, partner and head of international client development at Switzerland headquartered digital luxury group, told Cisco that brands diversifying their collaborations is less about mitigating the risks related to working with specific types of celebrity and more about driving better consumer engagement. And they are doing so by working with more varied ambassadors and tapping into different creative ideas to shape brand messages. It is also always better not to put all your eggs in one basket and instead working with a range of personalities to expand your reach and appeal to a wider audience, she said. This does not just mean working with different types of celebrities across age ranges, but even partnering with athletes, virtual idols, or other related professions to deliver the right messages at the right time, she added. Apart from the demographic shift, the trend also underlines the country's evolving attitude toward age and beauty. This shift in mindset has partly been propelled by the popularity of hit variety shows such as Sitters Who Make Waves and TV series Nothing But 30, with both shows featuring middle-aged actresses. Durocher said that discussions on social media now with more awareness about women's empowerment has helped in gradually centering prejudices associated with appearances and age. She said such trends are mostly notable in bigger cities across China. As more women are entering executive level positions and wage gaps are narrowing, we are starting to see more openness regarding beauty and age, she said.